Right, so here we are again. Tyre pumped up, changed the bars on it, changed the stem, changed the grips. Well, that's all I've done. I have actually been out this morning and I've cleared a couple of the pathways. I'll show you in a second. I did go around the dam again this morning. Cleared a lot of the ferns and nettles and stuff. So I've cleared all up here as well. Got the GoPro on the chest mount today. Was be a little bit easier. I'm actually running. How well we're doing. Yeah, we're running. So, let's see. I did clear some of this off because it was a nightmare before. I've still got the GoPro in the same settings. But yeah, this bike is definitely lacking. I have pumped the tyre up and to be honest there's not much difference. I think it is more of the gearing. So what I'm going to do when I go home, with my tyre pinch from earlier, I'm going to go home, I'm going to strip the crankset, change it out, exterior bottom bracket, new crankset with a single chain ring, 10-speed Dior going on it. Cheers. I've missed that little. It must have swung up before. I said this was worse than this earlier. I've cleared a lot of this. Yeah, like I say, I'm going to change it over. They're not the best of gears, these. They do need upgrading. But to be anything something decent, it definitely needs an upgrade. Come along this top path. A lot of people walking and dog walkers and that. See this roof. Probably leave these tyres on. I don't know. So we're going to change everything. Do we change everything? Or do we just change the latter? There's a big difference when you come out early morning and when you come out about 10 o'clock. A lot more people about. So it's a long stroke that. Change the gears. Very long stroke. Second gear up here. Today. Come here to meet me, mate. So this is the other part of the dam. So over there, right across, there's a bit of cleared it all. Went around this morning, cleared the pathway so people can actually walk through and I can cycle through. But my mate's coming on his racing bike, so all we're going to do is go up to the boathouse, have a few drinks, and we'll be alright. Like I say, I've already been round once this morning. So. Okay, so going for a quick ride around and cheers. Like I say, I've been for a ride. Just left my mate, he's gone back home now. I'm heading back home. There's just something lacking with this bike. So when I get home, I'll change out the gears, the crankset, the tyres, everything. And then it might be a good bike. See how it goes. These are bloody clunky gears, these. So then, is it worth changing or upgrading when you get one of these bikes? If you just want it for like this and not like XC racing or something like that, it's alright. But when you're somebody who's got a gravel bike, you need the speed. So stop here and carry on when I get home. Okay, so I'm back home now. I did stop and see my folks for a bit. So now I'm going to be changing some parts out because I'm not really happy with the performance on it. I know it's a 2x8 and you think with it being a 2x8 you can get the gears that you wanted, and that it is. It must be the gearing on it which I'm not really happy with. Tyres are pumped up to, like, you know, a fairly decent pressure, but it just doesn't feel right. So I have actually already changed the bars out and the grips and the stem. They feel really good now. The brakes, what I did do, I cleaned all the discs up and I give the pads a bit of a little scrub just to get a little bit of wear on them, because probably because they were brand new they weren't stopping me very well, but now when I brake they do stop. So I will be leaving the brakes alone. I'm not going to upgrade them, even though I do have a set of Shimano Saints 4-pot calipers. I'm not going to be putting them on this bike, that's for next project. Shall maybe in a month or two, I'll have to see. But anyway, now I'm going to change out these gears. Now that back wheel with that back cassette, Jesus, it's like a lump of iron, that cassette. And it doesn't look with that rear mech either, that's a lump of iron as well. And so is that thing. So they're all going to get changed out now. Put a new bottom bracket in. Yes, my tyres are still dirty from the ride. And I'm going to be changing the tyres out as well. So I thought, well, I'm going to be changing that lot out, so I may as well change the tyres as well. So I'll do step by step. Once I've done, I'll record it, and then you can see what progress I've made. Shouldn't take too long to do anyway. So next stage is wheels off, bike turned upside down, and I'll get this front derailleur off, front mech, and the crankset. I'll take that derailleur off as the shifter off as well, and I'll get this new crankset on. So now I've got the rear mech on, the cassette on, cranksets on, and shifters on. All I've got to do now is put the chain on and set the gears, and then we're done, and hopefully it will be a lot better. I'll check the weight difference. Oh yeah, still got to do the tyres yet as well, so hopefully it'll all be sorted in a bit. Right, the bike's all sorted now. So we got new crankset on, new cassette, new rear mech, new shifter, new bars, new stem, new front tyre and new rear tyre. So hopefully now this bike is the way I want it. Now I did want to get it changed anyway. I just can't be doing with the 2x8. It just wasn't right. I couldn't get the gear in, you know, when you get that cadence of when you're riding, it was like in between the gears, and I needed that in between to get my cadence right when you're pedalling. You're either pedalling too quickly or you're pedalling not enough. So it was like an in between. So anyways, I've changed it out for the 1142. I didn't really want to go for the 42, but I got that cassette at a really good price, so it was too good to miss out on. And I've had that rear mech for quite a while, so I thought, sod it, I'll just change him out to the 1x10. Let's say I got the snail chainring on there. It's a 32 teeth, so that should suffice. Not with the pedals, leaving the seat alone, leaving the seat stem alone. I was going to put the carbon fibre one on, but to be honest it's not really worth it, and for the weight difference it's only about 20 grams or 30 grams difference, so I'm not going to mess about with that. The bars and the stem were a big difference, so they got changed out. So I've got the Audi grips on it now, leaving the brakes alone. The brakes are working fine now that I've cleaned them up and given them a little bit of a scrub. So that is the bike now complete. So it still cost me a bit of money, but it's not cost me as much as the Marlin 7, which is £800. So I've still got £75 spare to do what I want with it. I'm not going to change the forks out. I'm going to leave the forks as they are, because basically I've just had them locked out all the time. I don't really need the suspension on them at the minute, because I'm not doing any like proper off-roading. And this is, to be honest, just for the trails, just for the gravel paths. And I go up with my mates on their bikes. They've got like the gravel bikes, so you don't do anything extreme. But this is the bike I've been after for a while. So that's it, all complete and done. The only thing to do now is get back out, which will be, I was hoping in the week, but I've got quite a bit on. So it'll probably be next Sunday before I can get back out. I'll do some more footage then, see what it's like. Hopefully it's a hell of a lot better, and I've got the bike I've always wanted. So hopefully I'll see you on the trails, and get out riding, get yourself fit. Lockdown's just about to end, so you can all go out and celebrate. And I'll be happy because I can get back to all the bike parks and stuff. I'll be out on the Mondraker and that. So I'll see you all soon. Hopefully the gang watch will turn up sometime this week coming, so I'll have another video out for then, and I'll see you then.